What's up everybody? BATJAC J.W. coming to you again. Good morning. It is Saturday morning, so tuned in, got your coffee, we got some names, and we got some things to talk about. So let's get started. Oh, that's good. Okay, well, let's get to some shout outs here, as we do. Okay, so we have Joe P, Edward Petty, Glocked 17, Peppered 88, the Crazy Scotsman, and Bob Hartman, and the Gun Enthusiast. He's been doing a really good job with documenting the growth of his German Shepherd puppy, Ranger, his new one. Okay, Mr. Zona Cat 1, Mr. Holster, and Mr. Holster, and you know what? We have to add to Mr. Holster, Jack, because Jack apparently watches JW's radio as well. Okay, so, alright, let's get on here. We have also Varen K, the Gunfighter 45 ACP, Jeffrey Richardson, the legendary Jim, 454 Packer, Scott F, Mr. Rory James, E.B. Saint, Trees a Blowin', and thank you very much to Trees a Blowin' for some time back. He had sent me a Dirty Harry style shoulder holster for my Smith & Wesson Model 29 6-inch barrel, so which I did not have. Okay, so what did we talk about on this time around this week? What did we have? We had the Model PP, the police pistol Walther, which is known to some of you know that is actually the first pistol I ever bought. But speaking of all that, that's what we also have right here. In a sense, it's a story of this. But yeah, the Walther PP was actually the first pistol I ever bought. I bought that when I was living in Colorado, and just had to have it. So in kind of talks about that, we have here the PPK in 22, and I remember when this thing came out, I had to have this thing for sure. If you're a James Bond fan, you just got to have one of these things. Plus it's in 22, so you can get a brick of 22s, you know, box of 500, and just go out and plink away all day. So yeah, I had to have that out. Plus it looks cool on the table. I don't know, something about that. You just put that on the table and somewhere, just have it there, and it just looks really neat. Speaking of Mr. Holster, I got Mr. Holster's hat. I actually won that from his sock show. So how about that? Something from Mr. Holster's sock show carries on over to JW's radio. So I thought that was interesting. The other thing that we did during the week was, showed you guys, of course, we filmed them before the week, but the Model 29 close-up shooting action, that is one of my favorite guns. The Model 29 Smith & Wesson. I've been a Dirty Harry fan forever, and so that is just like the gun I had to have. Just in the beginning, just like always thought, man, I gotta have that gun. If it really wasn't for Dirty Harry, I wouldn't have any interest in it. It's a really big revolver. It's a big old end frame, 6-inch barrel, 44 Magnum. But I'm glad that I got the push from Dirty Harry to buy it, because I found out that's a really awesome gun. I've said it before that you throw some 44 specials in there, it is amazing. It's amazing to shoot. So, that holster that Trees a Blowin' sent me was actually something I was really looking for, because I didn't have a shoulder holster for the 6-inch. There is a company called Lawman Leather or something. They actually make the original Dirty Harry style shoulder holster, but you have to go on a waiting list. I think they got to make it. They make them to order. They're rather expensive, but you know what? That's the cost of leather. If you're gonna be into leather, like I am, I'm really big into leather. I love leather holsters. I just can't really afford them. They run some high dollars. You know, I really would like to get a nice strong side holster for my 629 with the 3-inch barrel. I really would like to get something like that for that one. So maybe one day. And yes, the coffee cup has made it. This is thanks to Joe. Appreciate the coffee cup. We put my name and picture and everything on that. That was a really cool gift from him for Christmas. And yes, a Merry Christmas from BATJAC J.W. to you. It is Christmas Eve. I can't believe this month has flown by. It's so crazy to think that this all happened just like that. Wanted to reflect a little bit and look back at this year coming to an end with 2016. We did a ton of videos. I'm not going to sit here and go through all of them because I quite frankly can't remember much of them. But I wanted to just kind of take a moment and just reflect 2016, because it's just it's unbelievable that time just marches on. Time moves so fast, it's unbelievable. And just coming to the year closing and what 2016 has meant to this channel, what it has done to this for this channel. 2016, and of course, in the 4th of July of this year, it marked the channel's 2-year anniversary. So those of you that saw that, we actually did a video on that, 2 years of BATJAC J.W. We broke out the Colt World War I reproduction pistol. That's the one we shot. That was the first shooting video, not the actual first video that was ever posted. That was the first shooting video, which was published on July 4th, and 2 years ago on July 4th. So yeah, 2016 marked 2 years. 2017 in July 4th will mark 3 years. 2016 also made something for me that was really an impact for me and the channel, was breaking 1 million views on the channel. That really shocked me, and I really have a lot of you to thank for that. I really appreciate all the just people that have been loyal, they're subscribed, and you just non-stop. I mean, your support is endless, and you just watch the content, just continue to support, watch the videos, share the videos, like the videos, and it's greatly appreciated because you've given me the opportunity to do this, to kind of being able to film this stuff and sit here in front of the camera and talk to you all. It definitely is something special. So yeah, breaking 1 million views was that was big. That was really big for this because looking back when I started doing this, I had absolutely no and everybody kind of has that speech, and I guess this is mine. Had no idea, no thoughts that it would even come near what it's been doing. The channel's been growing. It grows rapidly every day. It's really neat to see more and more of you subscribing. You may be a new subscriber. New subscribers probably wondering what this video is. Those of you that have been following the JW's radio for quite some time, we've been doing this. This was just a little thing that I started to do to just kind of bring to you guys, in a sense, the news. What are we doing? What are we talking about? A little reflection on what we have done, and a way to get a little bit more personal with you all in this stuff. And we get to do a giveaway or two here and there. And I think the neat thing is, it's like last week we did the sending off the drawing of the target. To be able to send something off to somebody that that wasn't featured in one of the videos that somebody actually wants. That's really cool. That because I always thought that would be neat if I I would always like some kind of something from somebody's video. Like Mr. Holster had a really cool giveaway for his Christmas thing, where one of the cool things I thought was he had a piece of wood with his cattle brand on it. I believe it was his cattle brand. That is neat. That is such a. I always thought that something like that is to me a lot more neat than just if I were to go and buy some cheap stuff, and or not necessarily cheap stuff, but just some stuff I could just go get and maybe give it away. But I thought, adding something like that was a little bit more like, an article, like an artifact from the channel itself. I thought that's really neat. So, but yeah, nothing wrong with the buying other merchandise. Please don't take that the wrong way. But yeah, man, 2016. And it's growing. We're actually we're not that far away from 2 million views, since we're talking about views, which is pretty darn amazing if you ask me. And another thing that I really wanted to say, that was really a nice show of support and amazing to see this, was when my videos were hijacked or taken, stolen, whatever you want to call it. It's just plain theft. And somebody tried to upload this to somebody, their own channel, and whatever, steal my content. It really was. It was like, wow, okay, somebody thinks that my videos are that important, or whatever, that they need to steal them. But what was really awesome was to see you guys just jump on that. I posted a video on it. You guys just jumped on it, went right in there, and just, over the weekend, once Monday hit, this channel was removed. And I really thank you all for that, because like I said before, you guys are like the BATJAC army, man, and you guys were on it. The posse mounted up, the JW posse mounted up, and we got the culprit. And, well, as Clint Eastwood would say, hang 'em high. Right? So, but I appreciate it. And I want you, the guys, to know here on this channel, as a subscriber, you're subscribed to my channel. I want you to know that I care the world about you guys. The subscribers, it means a lot to me. Having you folks here, this channel means a lot to me. Continuing to do it. Yeah, it's hard work. It's hard work. You have to, this YouTube gig, you have to love it. You have to want to do this, because if you don't have that drive, you're not gonna, it's not gonna be there. And I have the drive for it. This is something I want to do. I enjoy doing it. I've always been fascinated with film and filming things, and being able to come here and show you guys some pretty cool guns, a lot of old school stuff, as that's what I'm into. I love old school revolvers, and pretty much, yeah, the channel's just kind of dedicated to revolvers. So if you like that stuff, you definitely came to the right place. Without saying a whole bunch and everything, there will be some changes in the future of the BATJAC J.W. There will be some changes. You'll see some stuff open up. Perhaps a little bit more content, different content. Perhaps difference in some things. You may like it. Hopefully you do. It's going to be a journey, and I really appreciate you being here with me on this journey. So, yeah. So kind of my reflection of 2016 is, had some rough times for me, just personal stuff that I went through in the beginning stages, in the middle of the year and everything. But I got over it. Just personal problems that was going on. But what kept me just occupied and helped me out and really got me through a lot of these personal issues, as well as some really awesome help from a close friend of mine that I've kind of met right here on YouTube. What was really just you guys, being here for you guys, making YouTube videos, and gals. I'm sure there's a girl or two that's subscribed. But no, being here, doing the videos, it's important to me, and I enjoy doing it. Those of you that follow my vlog channel, that's even more cool to do. Not saying that one is cooler than the other, but it's neat to see some of you cross over to the vlog channel and actually follow me on the daily life stuff. So that's pretty neat. All right, enough of the touchy-feely stuff, right, and reflection. Let's get on and talk about a cool gun. This is a gun that you've seen, and I'm going to actually ask you guys, how many of you actually seen the video? It's got some stuff here. But this goes back to when I bought my first revolver. Now, this is not it, but this is what I was really intentionally looking for in my first revolver. Can you guess what it would be? Some of you kind of know what it is and what it means to me and why it's kind of near and dear. And that is a Smith & Wesson pre-Model 10 Snubby 38. 6-shot K-frame. What a cool gun this is. And what does this thing mean to me? Well, Witness, the movie Witness with Harrison Ford. And now I have a video entitled Story of a Gun, Episode 1, pertaining to this. How many of you actually remember that? How many of you seen that video? Let me know if you've seen that video. That goes back quite a ways. Well, so does some other videos that go back even further than that. But yeah, the Smith & Wesson pre-Model 10 6-shot snub-nose revolver. I learned later on that it was a pre-Model 10, not what I had bought, which I kept and I'm going to keep, and I like it, which is a Model 10-5. But the difference between the pre-Model 10 is like the barrel and the front sight and the hammer, and it's a 5-screw, and it just it has an overall look that's a lot different. And when you watch the movie, this is what he has. And it's kind of weird, is if you look in the movie, it's hard to tell, but the gun doesn't have that super nice lustrous polished bluing. It has almost like a dull satin finish, and I always wonder, what is that? Well, this gun has it, and so there it is. Rest the case. I finally got to rest easy because I got the gun from the movie. And let me tell you, man, that bothered me for a long time. It was like, I have to have that gun. I had bought other types of guns that, not necessarily, like, there weren't real guns, but like BB guns, replica guns, trying to chase after that gun, just, looking around, but never was satisfied. And then when I got into guns and I bought my Model PP and the police pistol, and then got to talking to a friend of mine that's a gun dealer and everything, and asked him for, when I learned a little bit more about it, and I learned it was a Smith & Wesson, or is a Smith & Wesson, asked him, I want a Smith & Wesson snub-nose 38 6-shot. And he said, wow. He said, they're around. And so he got to looking, and he produced the 10-5, and I bought that. And when I went back and got it home and watched a movie, something was off. That wasn't the gun. What is it? What gun is that? And later down the line led me to finding out from reading the Smith & Wesson catalog, standard catalog, Smith & Wesson revolvers, that it was a pre-Model 10. And then that's when it got me intrigued into the 5 screws and all that, what it means, and cool stuff like that. So, not trying to rehash that video, but yeah, that's it. So, anyhow, I appreciate you guys watching. Like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for tuning in to this week's JW's Radio. And yeah, we'll be posting some more videos. Christmas Day, man. Have a Merry Christmas, a safe holiday. Of course, we've eaten probably too much already. Getting ready for that New Year's resolution of let's diet, let's lose some weight. So, I got my New Year's resolution all worked out, and all I can say is living on a prayer, and we're hoping that it works out in life. So, yeah, looking back, 2016, great year. Again, the channel broke that 1 million views. That's crazy. I'm so happy for that, and coming up to many more. So, but yeah, close it out. It's been great, and my last thing I'd like to say to a message to you all is life moves very fast. Time moves very fast, and the older you get, the faster it moves. And I'm not saying that I'm very old, but I recognize and realize that it's moving fast. Life is like a freight train, and it's going full steam. You better live it up, because you never know when your stop is. And if you're thinking that you need to do something, or if you're going to go somewhere, or whatever it is, think hard and jump on that. Jump on and do it, because it just moves really quick, and you don't want to be sitting there in that same thing and say you never did it, and then it's too late. So, but yeah, whatever it is, your New Year's resolution, guys, your goals, hope they come true. Hope you can achieve them. And thanks for being here at the channel. Thanks for watching. And I'm BATJAC J.W. Like, share, and subscribe, as I already said. I'll see you next time.